Hey, how's it going, everyone? We're here doing the lessons of A Course in Miracles, and today we are doing lesson number 96. Salvation comes from my one self. There's a barky dog in the background and a lot of wind here in San Antonio, but that's okay. We're still gonna do this. It's gonna be amazing. And actually, I always love the number 96 because that's the year I graduated from high school, so it's really special to me. And this lesson today is salvation comes from my one self. Although you are one self, you experience yourself as two, as both good and evil, loving and hating, mind and body. This sense of being split into opposites induces feelings of acute and constant conflict and leads to frantic attempts to reconcile the contradictory aspects of self-deception. You have sought many such solutions, and none of them has worked. The opposites you see in you will never be compatible, but one exists. The fact that truth and illusion cannot be reconciled, no matter how you try, what means you use where you see the problem must be accepted if you would be saved. Until you have accepted this, you will attempt an endless list of goals you cannot reach, a senseless series of expenditures of time and effort, hopefulness and doubt, each one as futile as the one before, and failing as the next one surely will. Problems that have no meaning cannot be resolved within the framework they are set. Two selves in conflict could not be resolved, and good and evil have no meeting place. The self you made can never be yourself, nor can yourself be split in two, and still be what it is and must forever be. A mind and body cannot both exist. Make no attempt to reconcile the two, for one denies the other can be real. If you are physical, your mind is gone from your self-concept, for it has no place in which it could be really part of you. If you are spirit, then the body must be meaningless to your reality. Spirit makes use of mind as means to find its self-expression. And the mind, which serves the spirit, is at peace and filled with joy. Yay! Its power comes from spirit, and it is fulfilling happily its function here. I'm going to read that again. Its power comes from spirit, your mind, and it's fulfilling happily its function here. Yet mind can also see itself divorced from spirit and perceive itself within a body. It confuses with itself. Without its function, then it has no peace, and happiness is alien to its thoughts. Yet mind apart from spirit cannot think. It has denied its source of strength and sees itself as helpless, limited, and weak. Dissociated from its function now, it thinks it is alone and separate, attacked by armies massed against itself and hiding in the body's frail support. Now must it reconcile unlike with like, for this is what it thinks it is for. Waste no more time on this. Who can resolve the senseless conflicts which a dream presents? What could the resolution mean in truth? What purpose could it serve? What is it for? Salvation cannot make illusions real, nor solve a problem that does not exist. Perhaps you can hope it can. Yet would you have God's plan for the release of his dear son bring pain to him and fail to set him free? Your self retains its thoughts, and they remain within your mind and in the mind of God. The Holy Spirit holds salvation in your mind and offers it the way to peace. Salvation is a thought you share with God because his voice accepted it for you and answered in your name that it was done. Thus is salvation kept among the thoughts yourself holds dear and cherishes for you. We will attempt today to find this thought whose presence in your mind is guaranteed by him who speaks to you from your one self. Our hourly 5-minute practicing will be a search for him within your mind. Salvation comes from this one self through him who is the bridge between your mind and it. Wait patiently and let him speak to you about yourself and what your mind can do, restored to it and free to serve its will. Begin with saying this: salvation comes from my one self. Its thoughts are mine to use. Then seek its thoughts and claim them as your own. These are your own real thoughts you have denied, and let your mind go wandering in a world of dreams to find illusions in their place. Here are your thoughts, the only ones you have. Salvation is among them. Find it here. If you succeed, the thoughts that come to you will tell you you are saved, and that your mind has found the function that it sought to lose. Yourself will welcome it and give it peace. Restored in strength, it will again flow out from spirit to the spirit in all things created by spirit as itself. So poetic. Your mind will bless all things. Confusion done, you are restored, for you have found yourself. Yourself knows that you cannot fail today. Perhaps your mind remains uncertain yet a little while. Be not dismayed by this. The joy yourself experiences, it will save for you, and it will yet be yours in full awareness every time you spend 5 minutes of the hour seeking him who joins your mind and self. You offer him another treasure to be kept for you. Each time today you tell your frantic mind salvation comes from your one self, you lay another treasure in your growing store. And all of it is given everyone who asks for it and will accept the gift. Think then how much is given unto you to give this day that it be given you. Salvation comes from my one self. That's beautiful. And you cannot fail as you do your lessons today, every hour. Just for full transparency, I had a hard time yesterday remembering hourly lessons. I probably only remembered it 3 or 4 times yesterday, but I didn't beat myself up and I kept going. So all is well. Do your best. This technology gets into you one way or another. So don't worry if you don't practice every single hour. All right, here we go. Let's see what A Year of Forgiveness has to say about lesson 96. Salvation comes from my one self. You are blessed beings indeed. I am that one that you know as Jesus. Salvation is an idea in the mind of God. You have stepped away from the connection you naturally have with love. This is something very important for you to remember, that you chose separation at some point in the eternal now. It seems to have taken place in the past, but when you think about it, do you still choose separation? Do you still choose to attack now? This is something you all must look at when you think, well, why would I have chosen not love? Why would I have chosen to come into this difficult and challenging arena? I want to go home to love. You can, but you must choose love to go home. Think about the times in your day when you say unloving things about yourself, you attack yourself, or you think a hateful thought about another. Think about the times in your day when you are impatient, judgmental, angry, insecure, or fearful. Every one of those moments blocks your return home. You must honestly assess how dedicated you are to salvation. Many beings say they want to go home. They want to be held in the arms of God once more. But 1,000 times a day, they choose not to love themselves or another. Think about that. What choices do you make? Do you choose to follow your heart home to love? Or do you choose to feel separate from others, abandoned and attacked, and then judge this and feel unfairly treated? Damn. These are all ideas in your mind that do not love. My purpose here is to remind you of the truth. You are the captain of your ship. You decide how you use your mind every single day. You decide how you use your body every single day. What use do you give your body? Do you use it to pursue salvation? Do you use it to pursue true love? Not the romantic love of your world, but rather true love, self-acceptance, acceptance of your brothers and sisters, self-expression, and the appreciation of your talents, ideas, and passions. I am that one you know as Jesus. We will speak to you again tomorrow. How beautiful. So this turned out to be a lesson about self-love. Once again, thanks everyone for watching. Please try to remember your lesson today. Salvation comes from my one self. Love yourself, love everybody. It's okay to start over. Whatever happened in the past, whatever happened earlier today, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's all in your mind. Lots of love to you, and I will see you tomorrow.